Not a big part, but I am a guy alone on a planet, you know, and with the guy who's alone on a planet, really, nobody gives a shit about that.
He doesn't chase heat, he chases work. Matt Damon built a career on roles that look simple until you try them. Math that bleeds, charm that steals, stamina that survives. Today, 6 projects that forge the toolkit, the breakthrough, the ensembles, the action engine, the prestige turn, the one-take test, and the solo survival that proved he can carry silence. Sit back and relax and understand Damon's fix, and one receipt that shows the craft. No gossip, just what he said on record and why it still plays. With Damon, the pattern is clean. Write the door open, guard the rhythm, train until the camera can't lie, share oxygen with the room, show up finished, and let the work, not the myth, win the day. Dabba 1, Good Will Hunting, 1997.
Boys found a simple geometrical picture.
A tree structure won't work.
Damon didn't wait to be discovered. He wrote the door open with Ben Affleck, leaving the therapist role wide so any star could greenlight the film. Robin Williams said yes, and changed the ending.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
As writers, like, he was a guy who could come in and just throw lines out. For instance, the last line of that movie, he reads a letter from me and he says, "Son of a bitch, he stole my line." That wasn't scripted. Robin just did that. We had scripted that he just kind of sits there and takes it in and realizes that my character's gone, and he didn't say anything. He just kind of took that moment. And the one that's in the movie, he just said.
Damon and Gus Van Sant felt it at the monitor. That was the finish. The performance works because Damon plays Will's bravado like a drumline, then lets grief land in negative space. The movie jumps from smart to true in 5 words.
So what's this? The taster's choice moment between guys?
Lesson. Write the part you know, and leave oxygen for the actor who can widen it. Receipt. A 5-word improv turns catharsis into character.
One night it was so loud it woke the dog up.
2. The Ocean's Trilogy, 2001 to 2007.
Strong. You know, that little statue on the mantle starts...
Linus Caldwell is the kid in a room of killers. The trick is ease that lands surgical. Damon says the vibe was joyful but highly choreographed. Last person to set got a mocking ovation, and the takes we see are the ones where nobody cracked. Soderbergh's heavy lift was juggling 11 storylines and heist math.
Steven had the real heavy lifting. Steven's job was to do, try to keep 11 storylines going, try to keep the right rhythm and pace to it. They have to be fun, but the heist has to, that gag has, that all has to kind of work. And so
Damon's was scene stealing without stealing the light. The micro beat, the breath before a lie, the flinch when Linus gets promoted, sells the con.
I guess half a day on the train, and then a half a day on the platform, and then down on the...
Lesson. Make casual look casual, but nail the metronome. Receipt. Ocean's rhythm. Comedy by blocking, not babble.
I remember on the Ocean's 11 movies, we really, everybody was always 10 minutes early because you didn't want the last person to show up got a round of applause.
Did From 3, the Bourne franchise, 2002 to 2016. The first film wasn't built to win opening weekend. It won on word of mouth because the action read as real. Damon trained until the camera could hold.
I really wanted to do everything that I could to be as believable as possible. You could hold a fight scene longer, and if you got all of the moves right, you can do 15, 20 moves, and you're like, holy shit, that's...
He defers to the stunt team so shots run longer. Cuts as punctuation, not camouflage. Greengrass's handheld grammar turns anxiety into geography. Damon's economy makes every move a sentence you can read. Lesson. Believability is a stunt you do with your face. Receipt. Longer holds equals audience can read the fight. Factor 4, The Departed, 2006. A Scorsese crime opera is a trust fall in traffic. Damon Sullivan must be slick enough to fool a city and scared enough to crack on cue. Status and sweat at once. The alley-oop is legendary. Brad Pitt. Producing hands Damon the script on Ocean's 12.
I remember we were shooting Ocean's 12 and Brad came up and said, hey, you want to be in a Martin Scorsese movie? Because Brad, I don't know if you know, produced that. And Brad was going to play either Leo or my role. I can't remember which one. I guess they had spoken to Marty and Marty was like, no, I'd like to have Matt. And I thought Brad was joking. I'm like, what actor do you ask that question of? You know, you're like, shut up, man.
Damon thinks he's joking. He isn't. On set, Damon and DiCaprio become counterweights. One social engineer, one raw nerve.
You ever mention a name, you know, anything, someone he was in contact with, anything you can give me?
I'm all done being a cop, all right?
Lesson. Prestige isn't posture. It's pressure you never let escape the eyes. Receipt. The elevator shock. Surprise weaponized as inevitability. Number 5. Invictus, 2009.
Say a test. In the bus on the way to the stadium. Nobody talks.
Clint Eastwood shoots like a sniper. One take if he can help it. Damon trained the South African accent like a 9 to 5 for months. First day, he asks for another.
Can I have another one? And he just turned to me and goes, why? Do you want to waste everybody's time?
That's not cruelty. It's a standard. Damon plays leadership that metabolizes fear, warmth through stillness, authority through prep. It's the inverse of Bourne. Keep the heart high and the volume low.
This is it! This is our destiny! Come on!
Lesson. Show up finished, then relax. Receipt. One take energy that reads as authority. 6. The Martian, 2015.
Almost to the rescue. I figured one of you guys kept an ASCII table lying around. And I was right.
He worried it was a repeat, another guy alone on a planet after Interstellar. Ridley Scott had the answer. Play the work, not the loneliness. A scripted breakdown felt false. They cut it. Later, Scott piped Damon's co-stars' voices into his helmet mid-take, so the reunion would hit real.
And suddenly I heard the voices of all of these actors who were my buddies, you know, and it dawned on me, you know, thinking through the kind of the filter of this character, like he hadn't heard a voice in a year.
I'm anxious to get up to you. Thanks for coming back for me.
It was so humbling. It just totally happened, and it wasn't planned. That's just great directing. That's Ridley just kind of put a move on me. I didn't see it coming.
Watney's humor is tactical. Jokes lower cortisol so problem solving can lead the scene. Lesson. When you're alone on camera, make competence the love story. Receipt. Real stimulus equals true reaction. Good Will Hunting proves Damon can leave space and still land the blow. Oceans shows he can steal without stealing oxygen. Bourne makes action readable because he trained it into long takes. The Departed puts pressure behind calm eyes. Invictus is authority by preparation. The Martian is company with competence. That's the machine. Guard rhythm, earn realism, and let other people be great in your frame. Great careers aren't accidents, they're systems. Damon's looks like this. Write the door, share the air, train until the camera can't lie, and keep choosing directors who will surprise you in the last 5 minutes. You don't need myth when the method is this clean. Your turn. Who belongs at the top of this list? Whose gravity did you feel most? Drop it below. Join the debate. Help us map the canon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Studio Craft deep dives. We'll see you in the next one.